Mine looks very gray.
Yeah, mine too.
Add blue, add blue. Touch of blue. If the blue you're using cobalt and it's not working, use cerulean. If you find that cobalt is not working with your Payne's gray, use cerulean. Cerulean and Payne's gray are very nice together, beautiful color. So now I have here Payne's gray, but it's golden Payne's gray, so it's more bluish. And I have a bit of ultramarine violet. I'm going to put in just a bit of ultramarine violet, not much, just tiny amount, and white. And this is what we are going to paint the house, where the house is. I'll wait for it to dry, and then I'll see if I want to adjust the color or of course, we're going to adjust the highlights, but I would put the dark here and then I'll highlight it lighter. Now, the reason I do this is just because we can add more white and just paint it here where the light is. We can do that too. That can be done. I just like to have same colors all over and then add my highlight. Okay, see here. Okay, I'm gonna ignore a bit what's happening at the bottom because I have.
You click on got it.
Okay, now while we're doing this, if we have painted this part and let it dry so we can add the highlight, I'm gonna put add the color of the put the color of the roof. Because we're using Payne's gray, which is the perfect color for the roof. I'm just going to take Payne's gray, that's all. And again, my Payne's gray has blue in it. I'm just going to put Payne's gray right here.
That's just plain Payne's gray and blue?
Yes, yes. In your case, you want to add blue, yes. And a bit right here for the one in the front. I can add, change my brush. I can add, adjust the color of the roof right here, or the shape, actually. I shouldn't say the color, shape of the roof. Okay, good. This is a bit tricky because all of these colors that we're working with are white on white, and then you want to show the difference. I'll show you here. I'll bring this. See, this is white right here, right there. That's all white. And then you have white house, like white. And then you have this little kind of tiny line in between to differentiate between, you know, the roof and the rest of the walls. Okay. I'm just taking a bit of white, putting it in my Payne's gray, and I'm gonna come here, try to get some of this detail going.
Just white?
Just white, I added just white.
Just white.
A bit of white.
Yeah.
And go down. The detail, I will be highlighting this more. but for now. Okay. What else? We have a bit of lighter color here. And darker over on this side. Okay. So we did all of those little lines with just, I just use Payne's gray and white, and I just added those lines over where the details on the roof is. Now, I'm going to take white and mix it with a bit of Payne's gray, lots of white, and I'm going to try right now to see. Oh, wow, that's strong.
Are you still putting alizarin, ultramarine, violet, and blue?
No, just blue. Just yes, yes, yes. You know what? Yes, yes. Because if you don't, the color will change into gray. And you want the color to be white, but it has at the same time, it has some of that bluish color in the rest of the house. You know, the houses. Oh, okay, so this part is where the light is. So we're gonna highlight this part. Okay.
We need this one.
I shouldn't use the round brush for something like this. That was not smart.
So this goes this way.
Okay.
What are the colors in the, what looks like white you're applying again, Leo?
White, lots of white and a bit of Payne's gray. Same Payne's gray I use
Okay. All
for the
right.
houses, but a lot more whites in there.
Are you carrying it through right to the bottom?
Yes, yes. We're gonna put some windows on these.
Wouldn't the bottom be a little bit darker because, I don't know,
It
because
do- it does.
they're in the way?
It does, but it's so small and it will dry darker, so it should be okay. I mean, I think it's more at this point, it's really important to show that this is the side of the house and where the light is hitting. So it should be okay. It's not, you can see it's not very white. It's just enough to show the difference. So now I'm going to take a bit more white and wipe my brush. Come here and just apply some white right there. Making sure that the bottom of this white has a darker gray. Okay. All right, I have to move this and come over here. All right, now I have to switch back to round brush for this detail. Pick up some white and Payne's gray. Put some right here. Oh. Okay, that's good. Now, this part of the house, of the rooftop, should be slightly darker, but you know, I'm not gonna do that. It's just too small to, way too small to do this detail. I'm gonna simplify. There. That's good. So I took I got the same house, the same, approximately the same color of the houses. And what we're going to do right now, because when you have a reflection in the water, it's usually not exactly the same color. So we can get away with that. I'm going to start from here, right there. Maybe even down here. Water down my color, my paint, water it down. Just down, just in a down movement. Let's see where this house is. And I'm going to come here and go like that. And you see here in the reflection right now, there's nothing, just blue. And it's just a down movement with the brush. I'm going to take white. I didn't clean my brush. I'm just using the same brush. I'm going to do
Are you adding more white?
yes, I added more white. And I'm just going to
Why are you doing that?
put it, pardon?
Why are you doing that?
Why are we doing that?
Why are you adding more white?
Because this is the reflection of the lighter
Oh,
part.
the lighter. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, it's
you're
okay.
way ahead of me.
Oh, well, we're just using the same white right now, so the same colors. So I just had,
Are you able to see the yellow underneath?
yes. And it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, if you see the yellow. Not much though, but enough, a bit of yellow, that's okay if you see it. You don't have to cover it. It's actually better because it looks like it's the transparency of the water. I just changed my brush to a narrower one, smaller one. And I'm going to come here.
So you're working on wet, right?
Yes. don't forget, it's just a suggestion, right? We're putting a suggestion of reflection. There's no detail in here. Now I'm going to take dark. And let's see, I'm going to try to I'm just going with what I'm seeing.
It's like stairs or something.
No, it's the rooftop. It's a
Yeah,
rooftop.
yeah, yeah. The way you're doing those.
Yes, 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 yes.
steps,
Yes,
stairs.
exactly, exactly. It's just going across this way on an angle.
On an angle, yes.
Yeah. Now I know we haven't done the windows.
That's okay.
But that's okay. What we'll do is we will. Oh, that's too much. That's better. I really
We
don't
can-
want.
We can live with your promises for the windows for a while.
And then, and
Leo, I am listening, but what did you start with the water? I get so focused, I'm not listening.
that's all right. I started with the same colors as the house, well, whatever we use
Okay,
for the house.
okay, yeah,
And then I just put down kind of a movement.
okay, yeah,
And then I highlighted white. I added a bit more white to the same color, and I
Okay.
did this reflection here, the white reflection.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm just gonna do kind of like this, stuff like that, kind of.
So you haven't totally ignored the windows. I mean, you're putting the reflections in.
Yes, yes, I am. I am going to put the windows. I will. Sure, they're gonna go in there. Now, I have a little bit of a, as we say, a boo-boo. I have to fix. Windows shouldn't look too wide. All right. Okay.
The windows, reflection windows are in an angle.
Yes, a bit. Yes,
A bit.
just a bit, not much. If they're narrow, not too wide, it's easier. You know, you don't have to be too accurate.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the line, it doesn't have to be
Exactly.
straight, yeah, because it's water. So if the line is a bit wobbly, that's okay. All right. We'll do the reflection of those windows once we work on those ones. We'll do the reflection at the same time. So I just mixed Payne's gray and white.
Yeah.
It's a mid-tone kind of Payne's gray right now. The
No
window,
blue?
pardon?
No blue?
With blue. If you don't put blue, then all of this will, there's no harmony. Because if you look at the reference, there's a lot of, there's harmony in the colors in here. Nothing just jumps. It's just the same colors, darker, lighter. That's it. So what I'm going to do is push this away because I'm dipping my hand in it. And
So dark.
yeah, don't worry, just put it there. And if we find that it's too dark, then we can glaze it.
But you did put white in it, right?
Yes. Oh, yes, for sure. For sure. There's white in it, but the value is different. It's just mid-tone. This is a great exercise in value. We're using the same colors, but light and dark in different levels of value in here. Now, I know I don't have the windows on the, at the edge, but I think I'm gonna put half, like, just like that. And it just, the house looks a bit too empty. I removed too many windows. So I'm gonna put these back on. And while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna come here.
Mine looks so gray.
Gray?
That's
So
okay.
you mean gray with no gray, no,
Kind of bluey. I have to keep adding blue.
okay. Now the reflection doesn't have to be perfect. So if the reflection has a bit of this kind of edge that's not 100%, that's even better. See here, it's more like a dry brush. While this is drying, I'm going to take a round brush, add more white to my gray, same gray I was using for the windows, just add more white to it. So now another value, slightly lighter than the one I was using. Come here and put a suggestion of a window. Oh, be careful, shouldn't be too big. It's nicer if it's narrow and long. And another one down here.
You're not doing on the top, the windows, right?
No.
Okay.
No. And I'm going to put a couple right here on an angle. Really kind of just a suggestion, nothing detailed.
So you just added a little bit more white to this mixture?
Yeah, yeah. So those windows on the side don't look too stark, too strong. They look like a suggestion of a window. We did the reflection already, so we're good. I'm gonna go and grab a round small brush, smaller than the one I have right now. This is a good one, I think. This is a artist loft. These are cheap ones. Let's see if it's good. This needs a dipping in water a bit to make it.
Like you do in edges or around the window, a little bit.
The top part, windowsill? No, window
Window frame.
frame. Thank you.
And windowsill right underneath that.
True. Yes. Okay. Now let's do the frame. And this time I'm doing it the easy way. I painted the color of the window, all of it, and then I added the frame on top. The frame is way too narrow. Okay. There we go.
Are you using pure white for
No,
the window frames?
No, it's this white has a bit of blue in it, Payne's gray,
Yeah, yeah.
just a bit. Now I'm going to put the same over here. Oh, really tiny to add any detail in here. I might add a bit of more. I usually what I do is I adjust my white. So if the area where I'm putting white is too light, and I need this white to show, then I would use. Then at this point I'll use pure white. But if it's a big area and I can get away with just not a pure white is better. Usually I prefer not to use pure white. Okay. Now, let's say this part right here. I can see there's a line that's white, kind of light. And then I'm going to use white here. It will dry darker and it will be okay. And I'll do the same up here. This part of the house is lighter than the inside. This part of the house is lighter. When this area is dry, I'm going to go back, take blue and not blue, Payne's gray and white, and I'll show you. I'm going to be, I hope I'm still recording. I think I am. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a blue, gray, and what I'm going to do is come here and add a couple of lines like this. This is glaze. This is not a thick paint.
And why?
Blue and white, like Payne's gray and white.
Oh, you're doing that in the water. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I just lost my.
I'm going ahead. I know. I shouldn't do this right now. It just because I'm recording. I'm just gonna add this part, this little detail, and then I promise I'll stop.
Don't believe you.